All right, happy weekend, folks. I wanted to talk about something that I think is perhaps the most important and sometimes often neglected element of music, which is rhythm or rhythmic vocabulary. I think the most important thing in music is actually not the notes. As guitarists or whatever your instrument is, we all work on scales, we work on chords, we work on transcribing. We really focus a lot of our attentions mostly on melody. And I think the most neglected aspect of playing is rhythmic feel. And, one of the things that's common about all great musicians is that they have really good timing. Either they were born with it internally, worked on it, developed it, but that's what's very, very common. In fact, what's ironic about it is that, I'll give you an example. Two of my favorite performers, believe it or not, um, Carol Kay, I should say Carol King, and Jaco Pastorius. They're two of my favorite musicians. We've only just begun. Yes, I love that song. Obviously, I love Jaco, and then they were both drummers. They were both drummers. I mean, they developed their rhythmic feel by being drummers, and I think that it's almost like when you study harmony, most people who go to conservatory learn music theory by virtue of playing the keyboard. I feel like that maybe everybody needs to learn how to play the drums, and I'm not a drummer, so I'm constantly having to work on my rhythm. So let's talk about, I guess, ways that you can work on your rhythm to try to improve it. And what I found has helped me. Obviously, the most obvious one that most people will talk about, I'm not even as much of a proponent of, is the metronome. Some people swear by it. It actually distracts me. I've played with them, I've practiced them, I've got them on my phone. But at the same time, I believe that metronomic feel is not the same as humanistic feel. Okay? Just hearing this click, 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 you have to eventually develop an internal rhythmic feel. And this is, I don't mean just by playing funk, by playing a ballad. I think the number one way you develop a good rhythmic vocabulary outside of just maybe internally being born with it is listening. Listening to as many different types of musicians and instruments as possible. That means to get the feel of a good ballad, listen to Miles Davis, listen to Oscar Peterson if you want to do that crazy bebop swing feel. Listen to Pat Martino. Listen to anybody and everybody, okay? And try to transcribe. A lot of times we try to transcribe things mostly because we want to get the actual notes, get the rhythmic feels. I grew up playing a lot with the music, not just looking at somebody on YouTube and watching their fingers, but trying to listen to it. And like I said, the most important thing is I rather hear the wrong note played in time over the right note played out of time. So, what else? I would say definitely listen to some big band era music, and and just work on rhythmic chords too. So chordal playing, ballad playing, bebop playing, and then listen, listen, listen. Try to emulate, and you will get better. Thank you for watching. Bye now.